pursued. In the meantime, may I request the COMSEC to introduce who are the guests here today? Please stand up in your call so I can see you and know the others to go over there. Wala naman laman doon eh. Di ba? Para nasa harap natin lahat.
Si Sir magpe-present ka daw, inalis muna namin.
Hindi, sila. Ha?
Yeah, kaya tinanggal mo.
Go ahead.
From the government sector, DOF, represented by Director Joanna Castillo. Please stand.
What is your position there? Can you use the microphone, please?
Director 3 from Department of Finance, Corporate Affairs Group.
Corporate Affairs Group. You handle all the corporations of the government. Ganun ba?
The GOCC, sirs.
Yes, IS, SSA.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
From the DBM, represented by Ms. Gina Brillantes,
Gina.
Assistant Director, SSS Pension.
Yeah. Department of Finance, si Gina, di ba?
DBM.
DBM.
DBM, sorry.
Of Labor and Employment, represented by Ms. Dominic Tutay, Dole.
Okay.
And Ms. Estela Banawis,
Ba't pa
Executive
ganun ka? Para ka
Director,
nagte-tennis. Oh, sige.
Employment Compensation.
Sige. This is what they call confusing the enemy. Go ahead, sige.
From Governance Commission for
Sa labor
GOCCs, Attorney Alexander Rivera.
Good morning, Your Honor.
From
GCG po, Senator.
From Department of Trade and Industry, represented by Ms. Alice Opena, Bureau of Small and Medium Enterprises Division.
Okay, Alice.
From the National Wages and Productivity Commission, OIC Executive Director, Ms. Patricia Hornilia.
Pati, good morning.
Okay. From the Social Security Commission, Sir Mr. Amado D. Valdez, Chairman, Social Security Commission.
Good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning,
Chairman.
Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Senator Villanueva.
Attorney Emmanuel Duoc, President and CEO, Social Security System Management.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Senator.
Ms. Diana Pardo Aguilar, Commissioner, SSS.
Good morning po.
Good morning po. Thank you for
Mr.
having us here today.
Yes, Mr. Ibarra Malonzo, Commissioner, SSS. Mr. Arthur Almansec. I guess this is represented by Attorney Irene Talodok. He's not. Mr. Michael Regino, Commissioner, SSS.
Good morning po.
Mr. Jose Gabriel M.
General
Lavinia,
Public.
General Public, okay. Parang independent director ka.
Commissioner, SSS. Jose Gabriel Lavinia.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Gabi, ano ka? Business or
Business, Your Honor.
business? So, you have business and labor. Wala na iba?
Miss Anita Bumpos Kitain, Commissioner,
Good morning, Chairman.
SSS.
I'm representing the workers,
The workers.
labor.
Long live the workers of the world.
from Employers Confederation of the Philippines, Miss Robert Maronilia.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Ang dami mga opsyon niya dito ngayong araw na ito.
From guest from Veterans Memorial Medical Center Bills, Lieutenant General Ernesto Carolina,
This is for the veterans.
yes,
Right.
Administrator
Ernest.
Kivao,
Huh?
Director Nona Ligaspi,
Ay.
Director BMMC,
Yes.
Mr. Manolo Prospero,
No,
Chief.
are you with Antique, Aklan? Yes. Are you with the Legaspi from Aklan?
My husband's Legazpi.
Your husband.
But
And you're not responsible for your husband, of course, no?
De La Fuente po ako.
Taga?
De La Fuente. From
originally.
Manila. I miss De La Fuente.
Sila Stage de la Fuente, kamag-anak ko yan?
Siguro po
mayor.
kasi maliliit. Yes. Maliliit lang ang De La Fuente.
Yes, o konti lang kayo. Sige, go ahead.
Mr. Manolo Prospero, Chief Financial Management Division, BMMC.
Hi, Manolo.
Ms. Cheryl Adriatico, Chief Budget Section Division, BMMC. And Ms. Dolores Jeronimo, Chief Administrative Division, BMMC. That's
Budget
all.
lahat siya na budget. But full force ang budget. Ang dami niyo.
That's all.
Sige, sige. Welcome everyone. My name is Richard Gordon. I'm sure you don't know me, but definitely you know Senator Joel Villanueva, a very famous gentleman here, a great basketball player from UST. Did you know that? He was a top scorer of UST when they won the championship. Tama ba? In other words, magaling mambola. Joel, thank you very much for coming, Senator, and we now go into the matter at hand. As you know, several bills have been filed. In fact, last year, the President of the Philippines vetoed the bill that would have increased the pension for retirees at 2,000 pesos, another 2,000 pesos. As you know, the Social Security vision is to make sure that we can generate resources so that our people can working can have their pensions, can have workman's comp when they're taken out of work. They can have something to rely on. They can have maternity benefits and stuff like that. And so, therefore, it is very important that the social security system of this country be properly safeguarded. And unfortunately, it would appear that we have not expanded the social security system. Perhaps this is also a part of the fact that we have not expanded business in this country. Perhaps we have not expanded domestic investment, entrepreneurship, or for that matter, foreign direct investments, where we are third from the lowest. And that is why it's important that we make a statement here. And quite frankly, we have already decided to approve the 2,000. But I thought we'd give it a second look because you have a new chairman of the Social Security Commission who is not unknown to me. He worked in Olongapo and Subic Bay. His family comes from a very good family there, so I thought I'd give him his say, his day in court. And last time we did not have all the commissioners here present. My own take on it is that it is important that we increase it. Times are hard, and the government, if it wants to be a government, has to take care of its people. You cannot have a situation where a government claims to be a government but doesn't provide for social amelioration, or for that matter, a future for our people, especially senior citizens. At the same time, a government that doesn't take a look at its demographics, you probably heard me a while ago, my staff is scrambling for demographics. We are a very young population. We should have this problem because if we can get our young people to work, marami makakapagtrabaho, lalaki, at marami tayong makukuha mga contributions. On the other hand, a country like Japan has an inverted pyramid. Their senior citizens are old, and their young people are not reproducing, and therefore they're all concerned about the future as well, because they may not be able to carry the load. And that is why I think there should be no reason why we cannot pull the pin. Most of the senators here are young, and I think they're risk takers. Risk-taking to the certain extent that we can increase it and make the government work for it. They can work for it by minimizing expenditures in SSS, and I don't want to raise the bogey of well-paid commissioners. I don't believe in that. I believe that commissioners should be well-paid. But if they're very well-paid, they should also make sure that they're able to produce the necessary requirements to make sure that the fund is safe, the fund is well invested, and that they're not resting on laurels or talagang ganyan na wala tayong magawa. It is important that a new dawn be presented before us, May I ask the cameraman to please tone down your voice? It's a very hollow room, and I'm easily disturbed, especially since I don't have prepared messages here. So, having said that, napakahalaga na talagang mag-usap tayo dito para malaman ko kung anong plano nyo para may angat ang kahirapan ng tao sa ating bayan, considering that the government has made sure that we have commissioners that are well-picked and that they should be able to deliver the goods. I invited the Department of Trade and the Department of Finance here. The Department of Trade is almost aghast at the fact that they're here. You know, they're supposed to bring in foreign direct investments along with the Foreign Affairs Department. And I'm surprised because every time I challenge the DTI, I ask them, we have so many tourism attaches, and dami yung tourism attache, pero hindi naman kayo nangunguha ng hanabuhay. Domestic investment also is important. I feel that marami tayong showcase products that are not being maximized to create investments. So I'm telling you this so that in case we have to make this decision, you have to put pressure on the cabinet as well. You have a Subic, Clark, and Manila, for an example, with 3 airports, and actually 4 seaports within striking distance of another if you include Batangas. You have the seaport of Subic, the seaport of Manila, seaport of Mariveles, and the seaport of Batangas. And if we maximize this infrastructure, and we talk to DNR and make sure that the highway, the infrastructure expenditure that we put in over the last 20 or 30 years, even 40 years, which includes SCTEX and NLEX, which includes TPLEX and all kinds of Olongapo-Gapan Highway, the airport investments in Subic, which, if you look at the slide there, of our country in terms of generating investments. It's good for the SSS to know so that they can really create pressure on the government this opportunity, principally because other countries have done it. Hong Kong started Hong Kong, and then they went into Kowloon, and then they went into new territories, and then they went into Shenzhen. So, you already have Iglesia Ni Cristo somewhere here in the North Expressway in Bulacan, in the hometown of my good friend here, Joel Villanueva. So there's plenty of land here that you must really put pressure on the cabinet to open up foreign direct investments. I hope DTI is listening, and the Department of Budget and Management should be listening. You release money, but kailangan niya may katumbas na foreign direct investment dyan. Kaya dito. Kaya ako naniniwala, kung pipilitin, mapipilitan ng gobyerno maghanap ng hanap buhay. That's all I'm trying to say here. I hope you agree with that, because sometimes I'm a product of necessity is the mother of invention. Not too very long ago, Subic was kicked out, the Americans were kicked out. Alam ko ang gagawin ko, hindi ko pagkakatiwala sa inyo sapagkat yung Sangley Point, walang nangyari dyan. And that's exactly what I told you is what I told all the investors when I was in Subic. And they believed. And we got FedEx, we got all that. I'm not trying to make yabang here. But all I'm trying to tell you is after that, nausyami lahat yan. Hindi lumipad. Wala na ang FedEx. Nawala na yung malalaking kumpanya namin doon, Osal, Enron. So, kung talagang pipilitin, magkakaroon ng pagkakataon niya mga tabi-tabi na yan. I'm glad Ayala is putting up in Porac, a 1,000 or 2,000 hectare area in Porac. I hope the DTI is aware of that, so that will create jobs. Our Senator Villanueva came from Tesla, and he is supposed to be an employment generator as well. Perhaps it's also time to look at other possibilities. Pag napuwersa kayo, baka mamaya pati mga OFWs, makatulungan niyo. Yung sinasabi niyong Provident Fund, dapat magkaroon ng Provident Fund, matagal lang dapat gawin yan. Yan ang inaasahan ko sa SSS na napakaraming commissioner na hindi naman mababa ang sweldo sa tingin ko. At the same time, and that's not an insult, that is an acceptance. I am a pragmatic person. I try to pay people well wherever I go so that they will be able to produce the kind of support that is needed, or the kind of effort that is needed. So having said all that, right now the decision of the committee is to increase it by 2,000. We're willing to listen to all of you. We also are introducing, for example, when somebody gets out of work, we should be able to provide him with at least 6 to 1 year in terms of employment compensation so that he can tide himself over. But right now, kung ang attitude natin ay talagang ganyan, mahina ang kita, wala tayong mangyayari. At the same time, siguro dapat pag-aralan rin nyo kung paano nyo masesell ang idea na this is for savings. I don't think we have sold it that way. We sell SSS as parang a handout. Again, the philosophy of government in this country is handout, which means na pagka may SSS, kami bahala sa inyo. Pag bibigyan namin kayong pera, pero hindi naman nabibigay lahat. This work, and a lot of SSS claimants were there. So siguro also to minimize expenses, dapat siguro tignan niyo na kung magagawa niyo sa computer para mas magaling ang kamisan. Pag namatay yung asawa, pinapahirapan natin yung mga tao. I know many instances where they have to go for birth certificate, for wedding, for marriage certificate, nahihirapan tayo. Dapat makapag-desisyon kayo na hindi na pabalik-balik yung tao. So now the challenge for you is to convince us. I think that 2,000 is a paltry amount, quite frankly. I think that your reach has not been, you're only hitting 32% of your target. Is that correct, Chairman?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If you're hitting 30 equation, what will be the economics? What will be the arithmetic? If you hit 80% of SSS, in whatever which way or form, government corporations, and I'm here to support. I'm not here to investigate. I'm here to fix, and then we can have a discussion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, Senator Villanueva.
You earned it. You don't owe it to anybody. You earned it.
We came in full force because we have heard the clamor of the people, which was eloquently said by this committee. And while the past we have been disappointed, but look into the possibility of options. Actually, it's 7 options.
So you agree that the pensions have to be raised?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay.
And we had a consensus that the pensions by 2022, but in between, these are the challenges that we have to overcome, as expressed by the chairman. And hopefully, if we are able to address the challenges like increasing the efficiency of the system, we'll be able to grant the additional 1,000 thereafter. There is one problem which may impede, Mr. Chairman, the implementation, but we are not deterred by this problem. The problem is if the increase will be through the law. We had the feeling that the SSS fund is a private fund, and therefore if there is any increase, there should be a corresponding appropriation, because it's a private fund, and if it will be by law, without the corresponding increase, we might be appropriating a private fund which has already been obligated. But we are not saying that because of this, we are not going to increase it by 1,000. That's not my point. That's why what we are recommending is if it will be done through a joint resolution of Congress, and our commission will be passing the resolution that this is in compliance with the resolution of Congress, then we will be avoiding that legal impediment that somehow some people, the present employees, may go to the Supreme Court and ask for TRO because they are saying that that law should not be appropriating our fund, which is already obligated. So this is just a suggestion, so that we can go ahead with the planned increase by January. Now, we were saying that...
Mr. Chairman, if I may, this is just to clarify and for orderly proceedings. The chair of SSS talking about the 6 or 7 options, right? I'm not sure, Mr. Chairman, if we've already discussed this 6 options that
this is
he's
what,
talking about.
just for our purposes of trying to reach a doable way of increasing.
And whatever option you take, this is what you are suggesting?
Whatever option we take,
Okay.
this is the best option that can be done.
Okay.
Because we wanted that the investable fund will be preserved. If 1,000, it will shorten the life of the fund, but nonetheless, we'll have that living space in order to increase it by 2022 or 2020 with the interventions which, as suggested by the good chairman, will have to be undertaken, like, for example, increasing the efficiency. And there are other legislative proposals which we will be submitting to the Senate, which I hope it could be sponsored. Like, for example, one example is to make it compulsory for proponents of PPP project to reserve 25% of the equity to the pension fund. So that as of now, what happens is they will just sell us a bond for 4 or 5% or 6%, whereas if we are a participant in the project, we'll be earning as much as 15%. And I think this has been done in other pension funds. We studied in Ontario Teachers Pension Fund, and they're doing it. They're into ports, they're into latter, in fact, they are into airports, they are into PPP projects. So this is a good model where we have...
You're talking about the social security system in other countries that are able to invest their money.
Yes, Your Honor.
And in joint programs where you can get wider profits or revenues.
And also it is a good political measure, because if an employee will be paying the toll fee at 500 pesos, he is telling himself, I am paying this toll fee, but the 25% will be returning to my fund. So, because what saddened us, Mr. Chairman, and you are a practical economist, is the fact that 180 billion of our fund is in government securities. We are paid 4% or 5%. It's not really good sense for the government to be paying from one pocket to the other. Why don't we put it in PPP projects? No liability on the part of the government. After all, PPP projects are covered by sovereign guarantees. So, if we could release these funds coming from the government securities, government securities of SSS, GSIS, Land Bank, and other government corporations, you may be able to get 1 trillion of sleeping funds.
You're proposing an alternative to the proposal of 2,000 pesos.
No,
we will go into that later.
Yes.
Department of Finance, take note of that suggestion, because you will have to give your imprimatur to that. No? And I agree to a certain extent, not entirely, with the chairman. The Congress should not really be legislating what the SSS should give. That's my own take on the matter. Pero masyado nang matagal hindi tumataas. The Congress can look into your operations. Pwede namin tignan yung operations nyo kaya hindi tumataas. Pwede namin sabihin sa inyo, bakit ba sinasabi mo? Pwede namin tanggapin yan. Magtatagalog para maintindihan tayo nasa media tayo para maintindihan lalo. No? Kung meron kayong mga suggestion na ganyan, bakit hindi? Pero sa akin, nabibigla na kayo ngayon dahil there is pressure. There is pressure. Ako, dapat korporasyon kayo eh. Dapat kayo nagpapatakbo niyan eh. I don't see, for example, heavy marketing on the part of SSS to try and reach out and get the other people who are not paying their dues or their one. I don't see the firm hand with respect to employers who are not remitting. No. And quite frankly, ako sa akin nabababaan ako sa collection. Kung magsisave ka, dapat masakit yung saving para kung gusto mo magkaroon ka balang araw na magandang kinabukasan na magagamit mo yung pera, hindi kakapiranggot, ba't ka pa magsisave kung kakapiranggot? Di maghanap ka na rin. Yung sinasabi mong prinsipyo, ayoko na mag-member dyan, maghahanap na ako ng paraan para maglaya ko ng pera ko doon sa pagkakakitaan ko na mas malaki, may diskarte pa ako. But this is part of the extension, I suppose, of the New Deal during the American period, and they had their crash, and nagsisiguro tayo na ang mga tao natin magkakaroon ng maiipon for savings nga para magawa yan. So, sinasabi ko, dapat talaga bakit ako as I wear two hats here, government corporations and Blue Ribbon. And this is not a veiled threat at all. I'm just saying I'm just saying na kung hindi maganda ang patakbo ninyo, talagang yun dapat ang pakialam ng Kongreso sa inyo. Kaya kailangan maganda ang patakbo. At para sa ganun, papasok talaga ang koleksyon na maayos. Kasi ako, nag-chairman na ako nito dati. Nagkaroon na tayo ng condonation last time. Dito pareho pa rin yung COMSEC ko. Nasaan na yung COMSEC ko? Cherry? Do you attest to the fact na nagpatawad na tayo ng utang dati?
Nagpatawag ng ano, sir?
Ano ko, hindi nakikinig itong dalaga ko. Di ba kinondoon na natin yung mga penalty? Kinondoon na. Yan. So,
Long time ago.
Anong long time ago? That was only 6 years ago.
Nahalata yung age mo.
Nahalata. So, yun ang kailangan natin malaman sa inyo. So, kung ako ang tatalungin nyo, sabihin ko, 1,000 ngayon. Kung ako, ipo-force ako ang SSS commissioners na, ito ang vision natin, ito ang game plan natin. Ang gusto natin, by the year 2020, 3,000 na. Dadagdag natin. I'm talking to my hat here. But there has got to be a path upon which, kung gusto ninyo, mga kababayan, at tumaas ang inyong makukuha, magsasalita kayo sa publiko, ito ang gusto namin, mabigay sa inyo, pero kung gusto nyo ang kapiranggot na ibibigay nyo, huwag nyo kaming hanapan. You cannot squeeze blood from stone. At Mr. Government, kailangan rin namin ang tulong ninyo na magdala ng investor para kumapal ang magiging miyembro. Tingnan nyo, baka sakaling magbigay na ibang mga taong hindi nagbabayad, baka laparan natin. Yung sinasabi ni Chairman Valdez na isama nyo yung pera ng SSS, bakit magtitiis tayo doon sa ilang percent ba ng gobyerno? 2%? 2%? Ilan ba, Manny? Yung contribution po. Hindi. Yeah. In return sa government, 2%. 2%. No.
That's why we want to get better yielding instruments.
Lalo pa kayo ng GSIS, pati sa painting, nag-i-invest. At kumita. Tinitira nung araw yung painting ni Juan Luna na binili. Ngayon, napakamahal na nun. So, siguro nga, may leverage dapat kayo na makita natin na makakapag-invest kayo, pero huwag yung papalugi. Lalo na, halimbawa ngayon, tataas ang interest rate sa Amerika. Pwede ba kayo mag-invest sa interest sa American Securities? Treasury notes, like China does?
Well, the charter does not make a distinction.
Yan ang kailangan namin sa inyo.
Does not make a distinction.
Di ba? Nakikita. Pinag-aaralan nyo, para mapalugo namin ang pera, sabihin nyo sa amin. Dahil kayo ang araw-araw na andyan eh. Bakit hindi nagsasalita ang SSS dati? Kaya matindi ang dagok sa inyo, lalaki na sweldo, kumisan mayroon pang hindi qualified, sumusweldo na napakalaki dahil malapit lang sa isang malaking tao sa gobyerno, kaya kayo natitira. So, sa akin, punishment yung 2,000 sa inyo eh. It's a wake-up call eh. Ngayon, kung hindi nyo ayusin yan, and I'm glad that you are there now, Mr. Chairman and Mr. Doc, you are there now, siguro dapat maglatag kayo ng game plan ninyo. Maglatag kayo ng mga legislation na gusto ninyo para magkaroon kayo ng kaluwagan na may invest nyo yung pera sa mas mataas na seguridad. Katulad ng kung tataas ang pera, ang interest rate sa Amerikano, kung pwede kayo doon, di okay. Di ba, yung mga hot money, yung mga retirement funds yan, di ba, Attorney Doc? Di ba? Lahat ng hot money pumapasok yan, retirement funds ng Amerikano yan.
Like the CalPERS.
Ayan, ayan. Hindi natin nagagawa yan, bawal sa atin.
We have restriction, but in insurance...
In the case of insurance, we are allowed to do foreign investment, provided we follow certain guidelines.
Yeah.
We hope to get the same liberality so that we can expand our investment horizon.
So, I mean, you're talking to your sponsor in Congress. Oh, ayan na, binuksan ko na ang pinto. Ay baka pagsibat nyo rito, hindi ka pinayagan namin ka, nakalimutan na naman nyo. Ay pagbalik ko, blue ribbon na ang investigasyon ko sa inyo. So, are we understanding one another? Now, sabi rin ni Senator Villar, 1,000 o papayag na raw siya. Sabi ko, teka muna, tingnan ko muna kung ano ang kuhan. In fact, siya nagtutulak sa akin ng araw. Sa totoo lang, ang talagang dapat magsabi ng dividendo, ang korporasyon. Kayo nakakaalam ninyo eh. Nalalaman nyo kung ang pera ninyo sapat. Kayo rin makakaalam kung bakit hindi tayo nakakasapat. Dapat kumuha tayo ng magagaling na tao para makakuha tayo ng mga investments. At kasama sa galing dyan, breaking ground on legislation that would allow you liberality in the investment of the fund. Di ba? Or siguro kayo mismo katukin nyo yung DTI, katulad nung dating dito kayo ng DTI, sabi niya alis sa akin, hindi namin alam, kami small business lang kami. Ang karamihan ng negosyo natin galing sa small business eh. Nako. So you see, that's the kind of culture and attitude we have. Babaguhin natin ang kultura ng DTI na hindi porke small business yan, walang kakaya mag-contribute. Pwede nyo rin pakialaman yung OFWs. Ang dami-dami ng pera. Lahat, kami ng Central Bank. Ang laki-laki ng pera. Saan napupunta yung pera yan? Napupunta lahat sa mga malls. Napupunta lahat sa mga gastos na dapat pag-ipunan. Bakit di kayo kumuha ng Provident Fund talaga? Ang Singapore may Provident Fund. By the way, I'm a hawk when it comes to savings. Ang Singapore, talagang masakit. Pag kinagat sila, talagang mag-iipon ng tao. Pero, pag may bahay sila. Pag hindi ka nagbayad doon sa bahay, tatapon lahat yung gamit mo sa labas at papalabasin ka. Pero, yun ang hinahanap ng tao eh. Na dapat, kung gusto ninyong magbigay ng mataas, wala akong narinig sa inyong marketing na gano'n. Wala akong narinig sa inyo na kailangan namin itaas siguro panahon na para bago nyo gawin yun, you make your social preparation. You lay the predicate na sabihin nyo sa mga tao, magkaroon kayo ng discussion. Marami kayong PR dito Di ba, nakita ko iba mga PR, nakilala ko papasok dito kanina. Meron dito ng isang beses. Sino yung PR nyo last time? Yun. Ano pangalan mo ulit? Dapat kung kayong mga commissioner ang magsasabi sa kanya na magtanim na tayo para sabihin, kung gusto ng taong tumaas, ang koleksyon. Andiyan naman ang employers board members niya. Andiyan rin ang labor members. What do you think, Ibarra? Ganda pa naman ang pangalan. Para no limit answer
Niniwala ako na dapat itaas ang SSS pension benefits. Pero ang pinaka-problema saan panggagalingan ng pera? Ngayon, 2 o 3 ang pwedeng panggagalingan, no? Ang unang-una na siyempre ang kontribusyon, no? Sa ngayon, ang kontribusyon ay around 140 billion.
Magkano ang kontribusyon sa tao? Pinakamaliit na tao?
Ang kontribusyon po, well, nagsisimula po sa 1,000 minimum salary credit at ang kontribusyon dyan ay 110, 11%.
11% ba?
11% po. Ang pinaka-maximum ngayon ay yun sa 16,000. Ayun po ang range. Now,
sa tingin niyo ba masyadong mahihirapan ang mga gagawa natin kung sila magkokontribusyon magdadagdag?
Ako po naniniwala na kailangan itaas pakonti-konti. Pakonti-konti. At kung gusto nating magdagdag ng 2,000 pesos, ang minimum contribution ay 4% plus itataas natin ang maximum salary credit ng another 4,000. Yun po ang aking kalkulasyon.
Bakit ba ang tingin nyo natatakot tayo sa tao na kung meron tayong gagawin na legislation na makakabuti sa tao, katulad ng Singapore, matapang sila, ang taas ang savings rate niyan.
Ang Singapore po, 32% ang Provident Fund.
Correct.
Ang GSIS ay nasa 21% ang kanilang kinokolekta. Ang SSS ay nasa 11%. Kaya yun po ang isang pinakamalaking panggagalingan ng anumang benefit.
Hindi ho, alam ko natin kung saan magagaling, pero ang tanong dyan ay yung political will
Yes po. Political will nga po.
Kayo, represent nyo ang labor, di ba?
Yes.
Kung
lalo na po ang
labor, at kayo mismo magsasabi, at hindi ko naman tinuturuan kayo paano ang PR ninyo, na kung gusto natin mas mataas, hamunin mo ang gobyerno, maglagay kayo ng dagdag na negosyo, at magdadagdag kayo ng negosyo, papayag kayo magdagdag para mas marami kayong makukuha sa retirement.
Opo. Kasama yan po. Kaya nga, sa akin pag-aaral, kung ma-maintain natin ang 6.5% GDP growth rate sa loob ng 25 years, ayon dun sa NEDA ambition natin, we can triple the real value of SSS benefits.
I think we can sustain that. Di ba, finance? Oops. Nako. Yun muna isipin yung mga boyfriend nyo, yung mga asawa na nyo. Isipin nyo muna tatanong dito. Masustain nyo ba yan? Magtataas tayo ng buwis.
Opo. Sa ngayon kasi po, ang SSS, ang koleksyon ngayong taon ay nasa 140 billion. It is less than 1% of GDP. It is less than 1% of GDP.
Ilan ba dapat sa tingin nyo?
Ang tingin ko po, ang
From the labor standpoint, ha? Kaya kayo tinatanong ko, kayo nga angal eh.
Well, dapat po ang kontribusyon should be gradually growing up to 3 to 4% in 20 years.
When you say gradually, may takot na kasama yan eh. Dapat talaga, ako, pag ang suggestion ko, sabihin nyo, etong kaya natin, pilitin natin, at makikita nyo kagad. Kasi pag gradually, every time mag-increase kayo, angal lang angal yan. Dapat minsanan lang.
Kaya po, ang aking tingin po, kinakailangan talaga by legislation. Gumawa ng 20-year roadmap.
Ito ang makukuha ninyo. 5 years later, ito ang makukuha nyo. Kung ang collection, kailangan, ito ang assumption natin, ang Department of Trade, itong trabaho mo, maghanap ka ng foreign direct investment, kapalan nyo yung small business, ang Department of Labor, saan ang labor? Yan ang katulong nyo?
Yes po.
Kailangan mag-meeting kayo para ang game plan ninyo, hindi gimmick. Ito gimmick ito sa totoo lang. It's a gimmick.
Yes.
We have no business, as far as I'm concerned, telling your board, then, papasok kami. Alright? So, ang gusto ko marinig dito, para maniwala ako, is yung plano ninyo na at a certain time, our workers, our savers, will realize, savings pala ito, hindi ito tax.
Yes.
Ang tingin nila parang yung contribution tax Yun ang problema. Mali ata yung PR ninyo. Oops. Ano? Ha?
Ayun po ang slogan. Mabuti na lang may SSS. Ganun po ang slogan.
Hindi nila alam kung
Ano yun? Anong kinabutihan?
Bakit nila nyo, wow, SSS, magdagdag tayo, mas marami tayong makukuha, wow.
Wow.
Ano yung buti na lang, ano yung buti na lang? Butil.
Butil po ang pinigi.
Hindi, you really have to make the message clear.
Yes po.
Na if they buy into it, you have to make them buy into it. Hindi naman talaga lalaki Bakit, ayokong gamitin ito, nakakaya dahil hindi natin ginagawa Alam ko may mga kalokohan rin yung mga mayaman na mga Chinese dito sa ating bayan without insulting them. No? I want to lay that clear. I believe in the Chinese work ethic. Bo choy kang, bo tan siya. You don't work, you don't eat. You don't work, you don't eat. That's why I keep pushing. Nakita ko yan Paano kami tataas sa ulong ko po? Naubos lahat. Lahat ng trabaho nawala. Subukan nyo I don't know. At ang negosyo, wala namimili sa palengke. Ang jeep, kumonte. Mga awante anos, awante lamot. Kaya alam ko lahat yung slogan na yan Hindi yung dapat, ikayatin ng tao para kumita. Ang PI ko, please income. Di ba? Dagdagan natin ang income, economic opportunities, better job. Pero nasa inyo yan. If you keep doing this back and forth, and if you have a game plan worthy to be brought in here that you can expand your saving, I'm sure Joel Villanueva will support it, right, Joel? I'm sure a lot of people will support it. Because hindi naman, kung lang tayo, para bang civil minimum ang tawag dyan. Mayroon tayo sa minimum wage law. Mayroon tayo dyan. Pero, maybe I'm talking too much but sa akin, in the beginning, lahat ng kapitbahay natin, wala silang minimum wage. Ang objective lang, kung ko sa mga ito, alam nyo ako, alam ko lahat na sinasabi ko ng araw sa mga kababayan ko, work, save, invest, prosper. That should be our slogan. Work, save, invest, prosper. Yan ang sinasabi sa mga anak ko, sinasabi ko sa lahat ng tao ko sa ulong ko po, lahat ng hinawakan ko. Because that is not coming from SSS. I don't hear anything coming from SSS. I'm not scolding you, but if you want more investments, you have to, you want more people to believe in you, kailangan meron kayong ganyan, and then you have to stand up to it and make sure it happens. Madali naman yung pinag-uusapan Ano ang target ninyo? Members contribution, 132. Saan ba yung mga targets? What are the targets? Can you show me your target this year and last year and what you made the last 10 years? You didn't do it? Give me your fresh paper. Ang binili mo sana. Yung 32%. Ay, nako.
We really have to make that target, Mr. Chairman. But last year we had a contribution collection of 143 billion.
You had 132 billion. Ang increase nyo is 11.9. No?
143 billion actually. Investment income of 31 billion.
Investment income yan. Ano ba ito? Expense ito eh. Ito na mo eh.
We paid benefits of 133 billion. Operating expense of 12 billion. So we have net revenue of 28 billion, Mr. Chairman.
Ano ang target nila? Ito? O ito? Ilan ba ang idea of target nyo?
We have to revise our target because if we will be increasing by 1,000, we will be needing about 30 or 32 billion a year. So we have to have a target of about 170 billion to 200 billion a year.
You're looking at pesos, no? I'm looking at members.
Well, that's the
ang coverage, no? 32.14 million members. Yan ba ang actual coverage, no?
These are the people who have been registered as members, but these are coming in.
In and out.
In and out. But we had a steady number of 12 million.
Okay. Mads, ano lang? In and out ka mo eh. Yan dapat ang PR ninyo.
Yeah.
Stay with it. You know, you can even cite me. When I became a CONCON delegate, I became a member of GSIS. When I went back to law school, I continued my GSIS contributions. Tuloy-tuloy yan. So, nag-retire na ako sa GSIS, may pera ako. Hindi malaki, pero significant. Di ba? Enough. But that is what you should be doing. Protect your savings. Di ba meron kayong minimum contributions bago sila pumasok? Ilan yan? 6 years ba yan? Ha? 120? 10 years. 10 years, oh. Yun ang dapat target nila.
Ang perang pumapasok at ang perang lumalabas, way to the future.
Every 1 pesong kinontribute mo, ang benefit na ilalabas mo ay mga 20 pesos. There is nowhere you can earn that money. Napakalaki po. Ako na lang po. Ako na lang.
20 pesos ang pinasok mo, piso lang babalik.
All in the maximum level. No? If I project that I will be receiving itong tao na naglagay ng 11 pesos tapos nag-retire, tapos 10 years, and then he will SSS payors, no, that will pay for the benefits.
And don't you think we have a future? Ang laki ng future natin.
We do have a
Kung ang
future.
Japan, inverted pyramid, tayo, talagang pyramid.
Malaki po. If we can...
When I say pyramid, ang dami yung mga bata eh. Ha? So, yan ang magbabayad ng kinabukasan ng lahat ng mga...
Between payor and SSS retiree is mga 1:5. 5 ang nagbabayad, isa ang nagre-retire. No? And then...
Sufficiente ba yan?
Ganun po ngayon ang allocation.
Dalawa, sufficiente ba yan? Lugi tayo.
Lugi po yun, kasi palit na palit po. In 20 years time, it will be 3:1.
Tama ba yan? Bara?
Yes po. Kung
mapalaki mo ang base mo, hindi
the labor force to be paying members in 2040 by 20
wrong eh.
Ang aking observation lang po, in my year by year, hindi nag-iisip ng long-term na strategic goal at pagkatapos titingnan anong basic blocks para ma-achieve yung quantum leap.
Hindi katulad ng central bank, tuloy-tuloy.
Hindi po nag-iisip.
I-extend siya eh.
Incremental lang po, within a 1 year or a 3 year perspective, talagang tali po ang kamay mo. But if you have a long-term perspective, no, tied to the growth of the economy, it's just a matter of putting in
Isn't that
income.
supposed to be what is?
Yes, that is
Oh,
it.
bakit wala?
Ayun.
Diana, how long have you been in SSS?
Sir, I've been there as long as
Ibarra.
Ibarra,
Oh,
Commissioner
you
Ibarra, 6
agree
years,
with
sir.
him?
Well, sir, we, as an investment person, in fact, just for clarity, I represent the employer group as well as the women's sector group. So I've been there actually for in excess of 6 years, and I've been chairing the Investment Oversight Committee. So at least on the number side po, naintindihan ko yung potential impact of either a 1,000 or 2,000 pension increase.
Ano naintindihan niyo doon?
At the onset po, I think the commissioners here all understand that we do need a pension increase, because really to be sensitive to our pensioners at this point in time. But as long as there is the appropriate source of funds, I'm happy to hear po that, that you're looking really at, I guess we would have political will, or the President has a political will to do so. And, we would hopefully, in our negotiations with the employers, instill more discipline and try to collect more fervently.
Is the problem, one of the problems, the employers are not cooperating?
Well, sir, as an employer representative, what happens is, just like a wage increase, any, which by the way went up to 10 pesos, only a 2% increase. If we go with a 2,000 peso increase, that would be a big jump po also on the part of both the employer and the employee. But
are you saying capital will be dissipated?
In that, well, sir, we have two choices. One is to draw down or on our investment reserve funds, or to increase or sign a
No, we don't want you to touch the
I'm happy to hear that, sir.
No, we don't want you to do that. That's irresponsible. But we do want you to expand your base of support. Your contributors.
Well,
we want you to, if necessary, increase savings. Hindi ko sinabing contribution, ha? Ang sinabi ko, increase savings.
Well, sir, with regard to collection efficiencies, and you made mention of the number 30%. While there's always room for improvement, as mentioned by Com Ibarra earlier, having to collect more means we have more obligations to our members. So it will really, kumbaga po, parang ginagawa ko natin na parang Ponzi or pyramid scheme yung SSS, because we're actually not managing it as properly as we should. If, for example, Senator Gordon, you put in some funds in a bank, we would be using your funds to fund a pensioner, while we should actually be growing your own funds and reinvesting that for your own retirement. So we just have to be very circumspect about the increase. We feel, as the chairman said, 1% might be a good figure for now, and then we will push the envelope and see what we can do in 5 years.
You're still talking about the increase in the pension, which has become a reality. We're beyond that already.
Okay.
Di ba, Mr. Malonzo?
Well, to get 2,000 pesos, we have to increase our by at least 5%, from 11,000 to 17. From 11% to 17%.
Mr. Chairman,
yes,
we would submit to you in 3 months our strategic plan for 10 years, because we believe that there are low-hanging fruits around which could ensure the viability of the program. So if we could be submitting to you in 3 months' time or earlier, we'll call you immediately and serve you notice that these are the plans that we have.
You're submitting plans to me, not to please me. You have to submit the right plan. I don't mind waiting for 3 months, but siguro, you will really have to come up with an increase in the pension muna.
Yeah, we agree to that.
Okay na kayo doon? Mga 1,000 muna.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, do you agree with the statements made by Commissioner Malonzo, yung situation na yung piso pinasok, 11 piso yung lalabas? Mahigit. Do you agree with that? Bakit ko tinatanong yun? Bakit ko tinatanong? Kung nag-agree kayo na ganun nga, then parang lumalabas ngayon, ayaw nyo talaga na may mag-contribute na iba. Dahil ganun pala yung sitwasyon eh. Because at the end of the day, in the future, madi-deplete yung contribution.
More exact figures. The more exact figures, ano ang ratio ng contribution to benefits?
Kasi, would you agree, ma'am, with that situation?
Mr. Senator, I think the number...
It's very alarming.
I know at the onset it seems alarming, no? But I think the numbers, it would depend on what scale, if you come from the higher paying tranche or the lower paying tranche. But having said that, it's like, again, as I explained...
It's not in a general
on average, it should be, for every peso we put in, we pay our members about 16 pesos when they retire. So,
and it's going up. So in the future, kung konting maglalagay,
kasi for every peso we put in, and if we are managing this like professionally rather than a Ponzi pyramid scheme, we would make that peso grow over the course of 30 to 35 years before
when you make that statement, you will make that peso grow.
Correct.
Through
investments po.
Aabutin ba yun yung ganung kaso?
That's why we're very careful and circumspect about how much we can grant at this point in time. Kasi that peso has to revolve 16 times over the course of 30-35 years in order to pay you your pension. If we use the 1 peso to come in and do not reinvest it and pay it out to other pensioners, that will have implications to the. It's a complicated concept called unfunded liabilities po. That's why we talk about fund life going down, but it really means that we have to work double time if we have to expense more at this point in time.
Kasi kung gano'n nga po, mas madali ibenta yung mag-contribute, di ba, kung alam po nila. So, malinaw yun na meron tayong problema dun sa issue na yun.
I agree. I think that might be used as a marketing spin as well.
Exactly. Another thing, kanina binabanggit ni Senator Gordon, hindi lang yung siguro yung mga airports, seaports, pati yung railway system na ginagawa ngayon dito sa bandang Central Luzon. Not because we're both from Central Luzon. Siguro tignan din po natin yon. And another thing is yung 6 options that you're talking about, Mr. Chairman. I don't know if we were able to tackle it in this committee. I was not around during the last hearing.
It was not, I just mentioned to you that there were options because we really have to make some pencil pushing because we started from a high of 2042 as the fund life. So if we will be increasing it by 2,000, what will happen? So it will be reduced drastically down. Because if you speak of fund life, it's not really, when you say 2042 or 2030, 2030 is really the dead. When in ICU, that's when the flat line starts. Actually, if the fund line ends at 2030, you start eating on your income and investment fund 5 years hence. Kaya wala ka nang idadagdag doon sa yung poultry that lays the egg. So it means that when you reach 2030, basically that poultry is already bankrupt. Wala nang hen that produces the egg. So 2030 is just the obituary time, but actually you have to start being fearful about it 5 years to 2025. So when we are saying that we will add 1,000 as hike, so we are looking into 2032 as the end. But 2032 actually will start, the countdown will start 5 years from 2032, that is 2027. So that's actually how realistic we should do in the computation. That's why the second 2,000, we peg it at 2022 in the hope that all these measures that we are contemplating, like, for example, if we have raised the 1,000, perhaps it will not encounter a lot of resistance if we will be asking that the salary base of 17,000 or 16,000 can be lifted. Ang ating proposal ho, Senator Villanueva, is we lift the ceiling of 16,000 and make it all the way, even those who are being paid 200,000, they have to pay their contribution. And yeah, just thinking aloud, we are no longer on the pension hike, Mr. Chairman. We are just thinking of some innovations that if we lift the 16,000 ceiling, perhaps beyond 16,000, all the contributions could be put on a provident fund that will be run by, that could be privatized. We are thinking in terms of privatization of 4 segments of the population, like the seamen, the OFWs, those who are in the health workers, etc. Then there will be a competition, but we remain to be managing the contributions up to 16,000. So these are the
right now, malinaw ho na yung 1,000 kaya. Yung 1,000. Pero yung 2,000 na binabanggit po ninyo,
yung 2,000 ho,
yung mga commissioner nag-iilingan.
Yung 2,000 ho, mahirap dahil kaya nga sabi namin. But we want to impose that pressure on us also. That's why if we say that we will be increasing by 2022, that means that we have to do some hard work. As the good chairman was saying, that we are pushing ourselves to the wall and really have to go into planning and execution and operation in order to be able to achieve that promise of additional 1,000 by 2022 and hope to extend the fund life beyond 2032.
Okay. What measuring mark should we use para malaman natin na magagawa niya yan? Ano ang target nyo? Ilan ang pensionado nyo? 2 million, di ba? A year? 2.1 million, di ba? Relax. Alam ko lumalaki yan. Pero ang problema natin, hindi lumalaki. Ang contribution eh.
We have a basket here of remedies, Mr. Chairman. We want to increase the registered employers. I just don't know how much would be, but I think it has to be substantial. Encouraging employers to really participate. The underground economy should come out to participate in the program. Employees and OFWs, for example, we were thinking of...
Alam paraan niya makakuha kayo sa OFW? Alam ko, masakit siya sa kanila. Yung psychological hiwalay, malaking ko yan. Pero siyempre, kumikita rin sila, no? Pero kung gusto nila magkaroon ng kinabukasan, wala bang paraan yan? Napapainis.
Ang nakita ko ho is, for example, if we provide a safety net for them, pagpunta nila sa abroad, that if they find out na wala pala silang employment pagdating sa abroad, we provide them 3 months. Just to encourage them to register in the program.
The reality is if the government created the social security system precisely para meron silang safety net when they retire, dapat kasama sila. Di ba?
Mr. Chair, I don't
think... Hindi nyo
think...
sabihin sa tao yan. Gusto nyo kami mga politiko magsasabi, hindi nyo mapipilit yan.
Mr. Chair, in 1954, when the law was first implemented, I don't think we had too many OFWs.
No.
Definitely.
What's
So
the
I think
issue, Diana?
I guess the term, sir, I guess I'm in agreement with what you're saying, is that those are one of the charter changes that we would like to implement, the mandatory
You have to help the
coverage
government
of
make that
OFWs.
decision. Kasi, lahat yan, ako nag-mayor ako ng 13 years. Alam mo yan, Mads, no? Alam mo ako nun, sabi lang, mabagsik ako, di ba? Pag sinabi kong gagawin ko. Pero pinapaliwanag ko maigi sa mga tao na pag ginawa natin ito, giginhawa kayo. Sa makakita, pinagpintura ko na yung mga owner ng jeep, ng buong jeep, sila nagbayad, pati uniforme nila. Pero kako, i-clear ko yung mag-load yan para kumita kayo. Kumita sila. Pati mga tricycle, kumita sila. Pero sinikipan ko yung, hindi na ako pumapayag ng dagdag na galing sa national government ng jeep. Ganito dito eh. Pag sasabihin nyo sa mga tao, sayang naman yung pera mo, padala ka ng padala. Parang popularity contest, pagdating ni tatay, meron akong makakabili akong bagong cellphone, yung latest, pinakabagong sapatos na Adidas or whatever, no? Hindi, dapat maituro yan na yung pera nila mapupunta sa savings. At siguro dyan napapasok yung educational benefits. Ewan kung kaya nyo yun. Pero kung dadami yan, pwede kayo magdagdag yan eh. Di ba? Pero right now, ang talagang target nyo, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, is what? Pension. At tapos ano pa? Anong sukli nung kaparinggit na binibigay nila? Pension na maliit. Tama? Bakit maliit ang pension? Kukunti lang ang nagbabayad. Maliit ang kinakaltas. O, doon natin simula. Ito ang mangyayari. Kami na gumagawa ng plano yun. Itong gagawin nyo, yung gobyerno, dagdagan ng foreign direct investment, dagdagan ng domestic investment, yung labor, sitahin lahat yung mga underground economy, talaga magpalabas kayo, talaga maghahalap. Yung mga employers, makipag-usapan na tataas natin yan, ultimately. Anyway, kumaganda economy. Nakakapagtaka naman, yung mga riches pa, yung pa nag-i-endo eh. Doon ako galit eh. Yung pinakamayayaman, yung pa nag-i-endo eh. Talagang hawak tayo ng mga mayayaman sa ating mga plano. Kaya, kailangan, ang political will sa akin, hindi yung parang si Duterte o parang si Dick Gordon Araw na pag sinabi namin gagawin. Ang political will, yung tama ang gagawin. Yung tama ang gagawin, hindi naman politika. So, ang politika, mabuti naman yan eh. Pero sinasabi ko lang, dapat, klaro sa amin na gagawin yan. And you will have our support. Kailangan ko lang makita anong highway nyo. Kailan ng mga pagdating dito sa puntong ito, in 2-3 years, meron tayong ganyan. At titignan natin yan. If necessary, I will call for a meeting every quarter or a monthly ng SSS para mabantayan kayo.
We'll be happy to do that.
Oh, you won't be happy if you're not performing. Review me.
Mr. Chair, no?
Sometime I'm not the maid of wood.
Mr. Chairman, yeah. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Actually, in 2010, Congress passed a legislation called compulsory insurance coverage for overseas Filipino workers. I think what we need is a similar enactment.
Hindi ba ginawa yan?
Wala po sa SSS. Na what we need is a compulsory pension or provident fund for overseas Filipino workers.
Yung need ninyo sinasabi niya, tingnan niya. Kung ako magbebenta, ako, ang first job ko, Procter & Gamble. You have to know marketing.
No.
Kung ako magbebenta niyan, sabihin ko, kung wala kayo nitong kwan, darating kayo dito, tatanda kayo, wala kayo pension. Pero kung maglalagay tayo ng provident fund sa inyo, mapupuwersa kayo mag-save. Alright? Ito ibibigay ko sa inyo. Ano yan? Pension lang? Kaya
in fact, we can consider also unemployment cover because you know that there is
kasama naman talaga yan eh.
Nasa batas
sa batas ko, nilagay ko. Ilan ba nilagay? 6 months ba o 1 year? 1 year. Okay, pag nawala ka ng trabaho, 1 year should be enough for you. Di ba? Employment insurance tawag yan, no? Ang hinahanap ko, kung malaki talaga yan, katulad ng you talk about Provident Fund as if it is slogan. Pardon me for being quiet. Can you please lay down? Yung Provident Fund ng Singapore, gumagawa sila ng bahay. Alright? Pag gawa nila ng bahay, makakautang ka doon sa Provident Fund. Tama po ba yan?
You can advance.
Maganda yung bahay mo, tapos ka agad, no? At pwede naman public-private yan, pwede si money builder dyan, pwede sila yung mga may bahay dyan, ikakabit nyo sa kanila. Alright? Pero kailangan bayaran. Pag hindi nagbayad, kukunin yan. I think you have a lot of assets na hindi nabayaran bahay, di ba?
We have 20 billion worth of properties. But a smaller portion, Mr. Chair, is the foreclosed properties.
Ano yun? Inyo na yun. Ilan yung foreclosed properties nyo na sa inyo na? Ay, yung mga bahay na umutang sa inyo, anong araw pa?
I think definitely in the hundreds of thousands.
Units. Hundreds of thousands of units. May nakatira. Nagbabayad sila.
That's the problem because some...
No, that's not the problem. There's a solution. Di ka nagbayad, out ka. Papiram ko sa iba. Ano ka? Sinaswerte ka? Pinaghirapan ng mga magagawa yan, tapos kukunin mo, lumabas ka. No, ganun sa Singapore. Kukunan ka ng media, etong tao ito, hindi nagbayad, sinasaktan kayo niyan, tatanggalin natin yan. Kapalitan natin na magbabayad.
Sir, going back to the potential in savings volume.
No, nagbibilang ka eh. No, bago tayo magbilang, dapat yung bibigay mo, sigurado ka. Hindi ko pa nakikita sa inyo yun eh. Ang gusto nyo, madali, taas mo. Gusto ko, potential is, hindi yun eh. Bago ka makakumbisi ng tao, magdadagdag ng papakita mo ano makukuha ko. Kung ang makukuha niya lang, pension lang, baka hindi mo makumbisi yun.
Right now, based on their voluntary membership of the OFW, we are collecting out of their...
Baka mahuli na kayo. Ilang bang 4.5 million lang ang kukunan nyo? Ilang market nyo? Ha?
The stock estimate of OFWs, Mr. Chair, is 4.5 million. That's for...
Ilan na nakukuha nyo sa 4.5 million? Million lang.
Make it attractive.
Wala naman tao na may pera ako. Ay, sigurado ko rito. Alam niyo, ang Pilipino pinakamahirap mabentahan ng insurance, pero pag nagkasakit yan, mayroon insurance ngayon. Bibili yan. So, bakit hindi niyo tulungan? Bago umalis.
Hopefully, before they are issued a clearance to live for the host country where they will work, kailangan ho na may certificate of membership.
Diba, ito, let me tell you, tell me, kung halimbawa, bago umalis yun, meron kayong agreement sa Saudi Arabia, pakiusap natin na magbabayad din ng SSS yung kabila. Pwede yun? Makapayad ba sila doon? Salary reduction?
Look into that, Mr. Chair, but...
No, anybody can look into anything. Yeah. What I'm saying is, it's not realistic.
You mean they will pay at the host country?
Ideally.
Their own, for instance, in Saudi Arabia, it's GOSI.
No, whatever they pay, paano ang bayad niya? Contract yan, di ba?
Opo.
So, sa contract na yan, magme-member sila, automatic na i-deduct yun, dahil sila, employer-employee sila, di ba? Lalabas? Paano nyo sinisingil yun sa OFW ngayon? Yung contribution ng employer, sila na rin.
Sila na rin.
Sila na rin.
Voluntary.
Oh.
We look into the social security agreements. Meron ho tayong social security agreement with Japan and other countries. So siguro that provision should be strengthened. because if the host country will be participating in the collection, so it will facilitate the collection of the fees, the contributions from the OFWs. So we'll check on that.
So let's exploit that. What is happening now is that the Senate is helping you find ways and means to try, because hindi para magpapopular tayo, para maging workable yung fund. Yan ang objective natin dito eh. Alright? Now, ang sukli niyan, sabihin ko sa inyo ang sukli ha, halimbawa, nangailangan yung tao, ano ibibigay nyo? Let's say na nag-retire siya. Matagal kumisa kumuha yung lakaran. Tama ba yun o hindi? Nakikita ko, tumutungo si Stella. Ako, alam ko yan. Why don't you talk to this young lady there who works there? Si Rose, paano? Si Rose, oh, kilala mo yan? Alam niya lahat ng problema. Dahil siya tinatawa ko ng araw eh. Namamadali niya. Pag tumawag ko, namamadali niya. Bakit hindi general rule madali? Ba't kailangan lakarin? Saka siguro, dapat full court press kayo, Commissioner, Chairman, no? Kausapin natin yung pagkukunan ng mga yung NCIS ba yan? NCIS, ano yun? National yung mga birth certificate, census. Yan. Yan ang usual problem eh. Ano pag namatay ang asawa? Chichikin pa kung may marriage certificate. Di ba? Maybe we can simplify the law there. You're a lawyer.
Meron ho kaming develop na ID program. It will be linked with NSC, with NBI, Professional Regulation Commission, so that if we have that, we can even pre-approve the loans. I-swipe mo lang sa bangko. And
yun ang kailangan natin. No? So, please write it down. Kapsek, ha? So, yun. Now, pagka meron kayong ganyan ngayon, mas madali silang kausapin na magbayad. Tama ba yan, Ibarra? Hindi na siya si Ibarra ni Rizal, hindi ba intindihan ko sa kakaliwa o kakanan siya, di ba? Di ba ganun si Ibarra? Crisostomo Ibarra.
Simon.
Ha?
Simon sa Elfilio.
Ang ganda kay Simon, pati pangalan niya, hindi niya maintindihan kung ano na, no? So, ibig sabihin, I'm sorry, Attorney Doc, no? Before you can actually get them to, you have to make them a partner. Bago kayo, it's a great opportunity for you to really fix this. And then you can talk to, siguro dapat, meron kayo palagi meeting na magre-report sa inyo kung ano, kung sabi mo si Press, we can do that.
we have preliminary discussions.
Pero dapat meron kayong measurable para magawa.
We will do that.
That way, mapapalaki. Ako, gusto ko yung Provident Fund, ha? I'll support that. Especially for OFWs. At non-performing assets, hindi nagbabayad. Kick them out. Non-performing assets, hindi nagbabayad. Kick them out. Report to Congress. You should say, ito yung mga nahandi sa amin, hindi nagbabayad. Ang style dyan, ang publicity nyo dyan, sasabihin nyo, ito nakakabigat sa lahat ng umuutang sa lahat ng pension na nag-contribution sa SSS. Pag hindi siya nagbayad, hindi lalaki yung pension. Sabihin nyo kung anong dahilan kung bakit mababa ang pension. Yung muna sagutin niya. That's my question. Bakit mababa ang pension? Messaging. Kung mababa ang pension, ito. Kailangan itaas. Sila na magkukonclude dyan eh. Kung itataas natin ito, mas malaki may bibigay niya. So, I will Ano proposal niyo? You want 1,000 by January. Bibigay nyo?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, and
Ano sabi sa lower house? Okay ba
well, they
sila?
are amenable.
Okay, if they're amenable.
In fact, we'll talk with the speaker this afternoon.
Good. Sige, sabi mo, amenable ako.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Ibig natin yan eh.
Ni-reset lang namin after talking with you so we could convey to him na we have already discussed it with you.
We want to help you. We want to help the people get their just desserts. So we will do that, but in exchange for that, I'd like you to tell me what your game plan will be on how you can expand the membership, and that will include the help from labor, the OFWs, possible compulsory katulad Singapore, patayan, papalpak yan, believe you me. In fact, yung SSS nyo, dapat Provident Fund na yan. I'm willing to sponsor that. Dagdagan nyo na lang talaga. Tingin nyo, i-compare nyo lang. Ang GSIS, ang taas, talong-talo ang SSS.
Actually, we have a host of measures. We'll submitting it to you for sponsorship.
Can you submit that to us? Right
Yeah,
away?
Provident, yung PPP.
Pero yung Provident nyo, kung kapila-kapiraso, talo kayo dyan. Hindi
It will
makiklik yan.
be then lifting the ceiling.
Ang endo ba, kung matanggap yung endo, nakakuha ba kayo ng SSS sa endo?
We have to increase the average monthly credit. Yes.
Hindi, pwede ka mag-endo, pero bayad ka. Beneficio. Hindi ang endo mo, Chief. Yung mga seasonal. Hindi. May seasonal yan eh. Diba, yung Hanjin, may order, maraming empleyado. O wala, tanggal yan.
Nag-board na.
Oh. Siguro yung mga, pero yung mga mall, dapat bayad yan. Hindi endo yan. O ano sa inyo sa labor? Matutulungan niyo ba sila?
Use the microphone.
Sorry. Yung inspectors po namin, every time po may violation on payment of SSS, nagre-report po kami sa SSS. We give them feedback. Sino-sino to mga kumpanya na to na hindi nagbabayad ng SSS. Or
Okay.
hindi nagre-remit.
Okay. Kung nagre-report kayo, I'm not even going to ask SSS whether they're acting on that. Because my complaint and the next meeting will not be as easy as this. You know, what I'd like to see is pag ang SSS may claimant, mabilis ang action o yung pababalik-balikin. You know, challenge yourself. Pag pinabalik kayo, bawal yan. Kung kulang ang papel niyo. Dapat alam na nila, bago kayo pumunta, tawagan nyo itong call center na ito, ito ang kailangan ninyo, at dapat you're all on the same page para pagpunta ron, isang buhat lang. That to me is a sacrilege. Nahirap na yung tao, papabalik-balikin pa, iikot pa sa NBI, iikot pa kung saan, kawawa talaga ang tao. And we will legislate, yung sinasabi niya, that SSS must have common data acquisition with NBI, with National Statistics, Census and Statistics, and CSO, POEA, lahat dyan. Why don't you, mas pagawa mo ka sa mga lawyers mo, pagawa mo yung bill, badala mo na sa amin, patitignan ko, papayar ko kagad dyan. Committee bill yan, para mabilis. Owen, you're talking to Dick Gordon, Flash Gordon, mabilis. At saka si Speedy Joey. Joel.
Mr. Chairman, before, because I have another meeting upstairs, I saw my good friend, the administrator of PIVAO. I wanted to find out what's the pleasure of the gentleman.
Angko natin yung kahit tapusin ko na ito. Tapusin ko na muna, that's what nasabihin mo tayo. Okay. The problem with SSS is low pension, low interest, low membership, low collection rates, low enforcement of SSS and potential markets are not being attained bad messaging, really bad messaging. I'm looking at you, sweetheart. Bad messaging, and many others. Please write that down, submit it back to us within 3 days para magkarili tayo. And then, the worst problem is, alright, pati yung Provident Fund isama nyo. We are going to create a Provident Fund. Pag-usapan natin yan. Let's plant the seeds on the Provident Fund. Let's include also yung coordination on asset acquisition, yung data acquisition. And then, I'd like some assurance na dapat pag nagpunta sa SSS, may solution kayo. Consult nyo sila, Rose. Mabilis si Rose, napaka-ayos eh. So impressed with that girl. Yung pag inimbita ako sa SSS, nagpupunta ako because masipag eh. Ganyan ang gusto natin. So dapat, pag kami nagpunta dyan, meron kayong call center na ilalagay. Lahat ng tatawag sa SSS na may pangangailangan, may question, hindi na kayo kailangan pumunta rito. In fact, I'll tell you, Tech Mahindra in India, meron silang distance medicine, and this could be part of SSS services. They have a program na lahat ng mga may sakit sa probinsya nila, ang laki-laki ng India, tatawag sila. They give them access to the best doctors by telemedicine. Doon na lang, padala nyo sa email yung resulta ng examination, lahat yan, sasabihin namin sa inyo, dito kayo pupunta ng doktor dyan sa pinakamalapit sa inyo, magagawa yan. You can do that here. You can create a program na lahat ng problema sa bawat probinsya. I'm doing that, by the way, in the Red Cross. Much you should come to the Red Cross para makita mo. Lahat ng mga members namin, nakalista lahat doon. Pagka may disaster, tawag lang ako. Lahat ng doktor na nandun, lahat ng nurses na nandun, lahat ng police, we can really mobilize. So, try and take a look at that and make sure para mawala yung inis ng tao na pagka maghihingi ng services sa SSS, that should be your legacy. That should be the legacy of this government na mabilis ang action. Action agad. Yung mga dokumento na kailangan nila, yun ang nagpapatagal. Bisan, pasensya lang eh. Pakinggan nyo lang maigi. At dapat, yung pupunta ng dokumento yun, you're all on the same page. At pagpunta sa kabila, iba na naman ang hihingin eh. Diba? Tama ba? You know what the problem is. Right? The president, I don't agree with everything he does, but gusto ko mabilis. Gusto niya rin mabilis. Tama yun. Speed is the name of the game. That should be what your slogan is. That's one thing I learned in swimming. Speed is the name of the game. Whether it's an investor or it's somebody looking for a job, speed is the name of the game. Get it done. So, that's what I'd like you guys to do. In the meantime, give us your recommendation on the 1,000. We will report it out here para mabilis tayo. Then you can come back here next week